Okay, well, welcome everyone. It's Nicola Cairncross here, and I'm utterly delighted to be able to do this video for you today, because not only have I wanted to do an unboxing video for a while now, you know my daughter Phoebe did some great ones, and I'm aspire to live up to her standards, but I'm sure I won't. But this is really exciting. This is an unboxing video of something I haven't seen before, so we'll be discovering it together. It's Steve Bartlett's The Diary. Now, if you know about Steve Bartlett, he's the youngest dragon on the Dragon's Den, that is. And not only have I been following Steve for years, since I was put onto him in about, let me think when that was now, must have been 2018. He had a social media company in Manchester called Social Chain, and he was making it very, very successful even by the time he was sort of 22, 24. Somehow he managed to launch it on the German stock market, and then thereafter he sort of sold out his share. And he's a very wealthy young man indeed, but he's also a very nice, humble and generous young man. And he started, while he was still at Social Chain, a diary of a CEO, which he pretended he recorded it in the cupboard under the stairs of his own flat, which was quite funny. But he got very personal in that and very open, and he quickly built a following of people who wanted to hear what it was really like to be the CEO of a very fast growing social media company. And so I've been listening to that for quite a long time, and he's really finding his stride with it. And he recently interviewed Gary Vee, who's obviously another one of my favourites, and so that was a great episode for me. And he interviews some really interesting people. Go and check it out, Diary of a CEO. Well, a while ago he announced that he was going to be creating an actual diary. And I'm a big fan, as you know, of not only sort of working out your roles, your goals, and all that stuff, and also I'm a very big fan of enhancing your environment to support you. And I believe that sitting down once a week at least, I journal quite a lot, and sitting down once a week at least to work out what your long-term goals are they the same as they were when you looked at them last time? What are the timelines you're looking to achieve those goals, and what can you do to make yourself more likely to achieve them? And funnily enough, I haven't actually set any concrete goals for myself this year, because I was waiting for this to arrive. Because I've actually specialised the last few years since Steve died in trying to empty my diary, trying to achieve things without having lots and lots and lots of appointments in my diary, so that I'm always free to respond to things as they come along. I've got a business, it's a successful business, a coaching business. It teaches and trains people how to do a specific thing, which is to be everywhere online in under 20 minutes a week. That is if you're outsourcing a lot of the work. If you're not, then it will take you a little bit longer. And I actually built several businesses using this technique, and it's the one thing that I still feel very passionate about teaching people, and it can work from the little solopreneur to the big CEO of a multinational, multi-million company. I've been thinking over the last year, do I want to really scale that up a bit? And I was thinking, I don't know if I do, so I'll wait till Steve's diary arrives to make my plans. So I'm hoping, and in fact, it was funny because one of my other clients, he was saying that he wanted to work out how to do all this stuff, you know, how to plan and timeline and work out what his goals were for the coming year. And I said, well, why don't we both buy a copy of Steve Bartlett's diary, because he's quite a fan of Steve as well, and we'll work through it together, and we'll give each other feedback, and we'll be like accountability buddies. And so here we are. I hope he's actually still in Mexico now I think about it, but I'm sure as soon as he gets home he'll be opening his. So if you have been intrigued, it's not cheap by the way, if you have been intrigued to see what Steve Bartlett's diary is like, wait no longer. Here you go. First, let me say, it took a while to come, because obviously he's been a victim of his own success. Second, it's quite heavy. And third, it's quite hard to get into. I'm not very good at getting into boxes anyway. No, it's quite difficult to get into. I think it slides open like an envelope, but it's got a sticker over it, so it's not that easy. While I'm doing this, you could admire my new hair. So I've just been to the hairdresser. Of course, as I came out, it rained. Oh, I'm a bit worried about my fingernails. Must be an easier way, surely. I'm just going to cut it. I hope I'm not cutting anything essential inside. As I want to say, it's a casualty episode waiting to happen. Here we go. Good. Oh, okay. It's black. Well, that's the colour I chose, so that's quite good. I think it's the box. Right, now I don't want to spoil it, so I'm going to gently run this round and tear off the plastic. See, it's wrapped in plastic. And then inside here, you get them all in all different colours, by the way, but there weren't any pink ones, so black it had to be. Oh, it got very sexy. Can you see that? The Diary, it says, by Stephen Bartlett. And I think he's had quite a lot of input on it himself. When you open it up, nice box. Love a bit of branding, don't we? Chapter 1. So this will be my third black book on the go. I've got one which I use for my time management system, which is, as I showed you in one of my previous videos. I'll just rip that off without showing you. So it's got a binding around it. What does it say on the back? Over the coming months, you and I shall work together to improve the 4 key areas of your life. Your health, bit of a job there, finance, work and relationships, another job. Helping you to achieve your goals one step at a time with my personalised advice. Are you ready to transform your life? It comes with an online coaching area. So that's why, another reason why I was quite keen. Because I'm a big joiner, me. I don't stay for long, but I do join things. So thediary.com. You must have probably had to pay a bit for that domain name. Okay, so it feels nice. Let's show you. It's matte. So it's not shiny, and it's got a sort of, what sort of feel has it got to it? Oh, it's nice, I like it. So it's good tactile environment. Now we're going to open it together, right? So it's got the diary stamp down there. Nice, inside, nice. Space to put your name, that's always helpful. And you get to scan a QR code to go to the instructions of where you need to begin. I don't know if each diary's got a unique one or whether it's just where you go to the website. Here we go. Making positive changes to your life feels really complicated, but the one factor that determines your future circumstances more than any other is simply how you decide to spend your time today. Your time is an irreplaceable currency. It's time to start investing it wisely, said Stephen, as he's called in the book. The diary is a conversation between you and me. Over the next 12 weeks, you're going to tell me the truth. Can't guarantee that, Stephen. And I'm going to use that truth to coach you towards your health, finance, work and relationship goals. The advice you're going to receive is personalised based on what you tell me. So if you're honest with me and you follow my advice, my guidance, this little diary might just change your life. Let's begin. There is no self-development without self-awareness. You can read as many books as you like, and I do. But if you're unable to read yourself, you'll never learn a thing. Interesting. It feels nice inside, let me just tell you that. Oh, look. That feels very silky indeed. Okay, so I like the fact that you have to write it and you don't have to do it online necessarily. So it's asking various questions here about the 4 key areas. Your daily check-in begins. Oh, it's nice and simple, nice and simple. I'm not going to show you it all because it wouldn't be fair, but it literally is a diary. There are sort of various diagrams and pictures. We like pictures, see, pictures. So I like it. I'm going to have to go and have a look inside the website because I think it very much goes with that. Like a bit of Venn diagram, that's always good. So I'm going to go and have a look inside using the QR code, and if there's anything I can show you without ruining Stephen's copyright, then I will. But in the meantime, how do I feel about it? I don't know till I get inside. If it was just about the diary, I would think I'd been robbed, but nice as it is. But I think once I get inside the diary area online,
Over the last 10 years, I've been asked to offer one-on-one personal coaching over and over and over again, and the answer has always been no, until now. The reason I've had to say no is because I haven't been able to find a way to offer one-to-one personal, specific, and bespoke support at scale. What if we combine the physical world with the digital world to give you the value of having a world-class personal coach right there in the palm of your hand? This has never been done before. Welcome to the diary.
Okay, so as you've seen, I've logged in, I've had a look around. The simplicity of this is deceiving because who needs too much more to do? That's the thing. And I think that just the very act of opening a nice book like this after I've done my journaling in the morning and I've looked at my to-do list, I think the very act of, what am I trying to say? The very act of setting a short time aside to think about how I'm feeling about each of my goals every single day has got to be a good thing, hasn't it? I'm assuming it's every single day. Let's have a look. Daily check-ins. Yes, every single day. There's no escape from Stephen. And it's all about how you feel about things, which is interesting. He's a very emotionally driven person, and I am too. So I'm thinking this might suit. But in the meantime, let's just think about for a minute why I feel I need these tools still. I don't think you can ever stop learning, and I don't think I started this is called personal development, by the way. I started personal development very late in life, about 38 years old, when I bought the 7 Habits book. Actually, I bought the Swimming with Piranhas book. Swimming with Piranhas Makes You Hungry book first, and that led me on to the Stephen Covey's 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. And those 2 books, particularly, apart from the other ones I've listed on my 30 business books I couldn't live without, there's a video below for that somewhere. Those 2 books particularly changed my life. Swimming with Piranhas had a drawing in it that changed my life and my thinking about money forever. And 7 Habits of Highly Effective People changed how I behave and how I relate to people and how I behave around other people. So those were 2 incredible books. And I don't think you can ever do too much of this stuff. I think anytime you set aside time away from the computer to think about your life and to spend time reflecting, whether that's journaling or meditating or doing something like this, I think that it can only be a good thing. I was sitting in the hairdressers earlier and I had the choice of, shall I listen to some music? Shall I watch some training? So I've just started a new training for something. Or shall I just think about my life? And I was thinking about my life and I thought, I think I'm ready to set some goals again. I really wanted to go easy on myself after Steve died. I wanted to just barely do the minimum I could. And when I got better after that, when time healed as it does, I still was very reluctant to set any goals for myself and my business. I wanted to just attract whatever was going to come. But I think I'm just about ready to set some goals again now. In fact, I felt one creeping into my mind in the hairdressers. I'll tell you what triggered that off. It was me writing out a series of tweets that I'm going to be sharing on the Clicks and Leads Twitter account. And that, I think, just writing out what I do with clients made me feel that I wanted to work with some more clients this year. And my ideal client, because I had to determine that as well in order to write this sort of series of tweets, my ideal client is a driven, successful solopreneur or business owner who wants to take their business or their service offering to the next level. And I felt, as I was thinking about my ideal client, I felt this goal slide into my head. So you'll be hearing a bit more about that as it unfolds, I think. But this is a good start. This is a good start. So Stephen, I will be keeping your diary. I won't be sending back. I will be logging into your group coaching area. I think it's only fair to give you my conclusion. Is Steve Bartlett's The Diary worth the money? I have to say yes, because it's a one-off payment. And as he says on the bit of the box I didn't look at, the only person who can change your life is you. But it sure helps to have a supportive environment around you while you're doing it, and a very sexy diary to write in too. Enough rambling. My first unboxing, Stephen Bartlett's Diary of a CEO podcast. Check it out, it's really good. And this is Stephen Bartlett's The Diary, and I'll let you know how I get on with it. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.